Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to war number 8 against GWS season 35. Really good team and they played a really tight war. So I was allotted path 1 in section 1 and then, path 3 in section 1 with Knull on node number 6. Hit me, I dare you, static defense, heavy-handed and return policy. So my go-to was a Doom because he is shock immune and also he can control the buffs on Null and keep knocking him down with the natural heavy attack so he can remove those living abyss charges on themselves. And yeah, pretty straightforward, simple fight with the Doom. He's a rank 4 as well, so no sweat. I was able to bring him down easily. We are across halfway point of the season and we are at Platinum 2 rank 15 I think right now, and really would like to get into P1, but really at the top the competition gets really hard. But every now and then you learn something new from war planning and you get new champions on different nodes, you learn different interactions. So it's been a really fun learning experience for me. I'm getting also involved in alliance war planning, so that is something also very new to learn how to solve that jigsaw puzzle that comes in front of you once and your opponent alliance. They will go ahead and set up a defense. So I'm really enjoying playing a war on this level. It's a totally different experience when we are just playing for fun and when you're actually trying to push for a war. So yeah. Second one was against an Ironman Infinity War with Bubble Shield, Burden of Might, EMP modification, aspect of evolution. Now here my go-to champ is actually a Nebula. So there are two ways I can do this. I can just hold block and build up those charges and just build up an SP2 and start with an SP1 boost and just parry and use that, and that should be able to kill off Iron Man Infinity War. Another way is to deliberately use a dexterity so you have a charge on you and you then do a parry and a medium attack, so that gives some EMP charges to Iron Man Infinity War, and when he will throw a special, those EMP charges will be converted into a shock on you. In my case it's Nebula, so whenever there is a shock on Nebula, she will convert them into her shock charges. So that was I was trying to do, just push him to an SP1, let them have some charges, and that instantly give me 20 charges, and I can just parry and transfer those charges on him, and that will take him out. So went with a different strategy and approach and worked out really well. I was able to take him down. I just had to be careful near 15% health when he gets all of these armors and a crazy spurt of power. So just had to play slow there and also had to use heavy. Apart from that, really good fight, and the most important one was bubble shield. When I was near a multiple of 10, I had to just be careful not block on the 11th hit because that goes unblockable with bubble shield. Next up on section 1 in section 2 in path 1, I had a Sersi with Indomitable, Never Back Down and Reinvigorated that can convert it into an unblockable. Now there I had an Archangel that deals really well with just parry and heavy. I could have also bring in Doom. Doom also works really well, but I ended up using Archangel because I thought that was a more comfortable fight that I've done before. But in hindsight, I should have tried Doom as well. I should be trying to incorporate more Doom because he is a very OP and broken champion, and I'm having him in rank 4, so yeah, I think should be bringing him more involved. But for this one, pretty straightforward, just parry and heavy, stack those neurotoxins, and Sersi was an easy kill. I usually use Archangel in battlegrounds as well against Sersi, so maybe that's where it came from, and I stuck with Archangel when it came to the Sersi fight. Next up is going to be a Nimrod. Now, I don't usually see Nimrod here, but it was a very different placement. I expect him more on the shared fights on the end of section 2, but he was here on indomitable buffet over time and reinvigorated. I just brought in a Nebula and I was just waiting to build up the charges up to 20 and also have an SP2 and then just a parry and throw special, and that easily takes out this Nimrod. Nebula is just a monster. She closes off all the robots. So yeah, pretty straightforward fight. Just holding back and trying to push him to an SP2, which is much easier to evade. And right after, I will transfer the charges and throw an SP2 and should be able to take him down easily. Next one is going to be a Silver Surfer on Chitinous Thorns, Buffet and Outlast, and Strike Counter Fury for combat power rate. So again, very simply, Archangel, and with ally mate you use Epoch pre-fight, so he was into a Horseman, and that you can use just to parry and heavy and stack those neurotoxins, and that just easily uh, kill off with that damage over time. Very efficient Archangel with that Epoch Refight ability, renders him bleed immune as well. With Guided Stance will do nothing, and then you can use the same one against Super Skrull on node 48 with missing in action, power efficiency, return policy, and feat of vigilance. Now here you have to just parry and heavy, just have to take care of at least having 4 neurotoxins on him, and do not use a dex because that will give you charge on you, like a buff on you, and whenever you will use that, because he's a mystic champion, mystic defender, he will cause you to miss. So there is a miss from that, and there's also missing in action node, and also a Super Skull has his own falter for miss, so there's a lot of miss that you have to look for, take care about here. That's why this defender is placed here. You will see I will make a few mistakes. I missed a parry, but luckily I had horsemen, so the unstoppable came in, and then I took a few hits that I shouldn't have taken here, but then I got it together and just stuck to parry and heavy and blocking the SP1s, and they kept an eye on also if falter is active or if the miss is going to happen because of feat of vigilance. I stayed back, and then eventually I got a hold of the fight, had enough neurotoxins, at least 4 of them, and then all the nodes shut down and I was able to take him down, and damage over time took him out slowly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm having a lot of fun with war, so let me know in the comment section what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.